I've shown you how to build a lot of farms for your Minecraft survival world in 1.19 and earlier, so it's time to put them all into one complex. This is the ultimate Minecraft 1.19 farm base. I'm giving it to you as a world download, so you can start your Minecraft survival world with everything you could need. Hello everyone, we are going to make the ultimate farming base right behind us. This is a great spot with everything we need close by. Mountains, jungle, open water, villages, plains and forests. Now this area is just about the right size, but I'm going to do just a little bit of terraforming to make it even more perfect. Specifically taking out this bar of land behind me, so I'll be back when I've done that. That now looks just about right. Now this is a showcase, not a block by block tutorial. However, I'm not just going to jump to the end. We are going to kind of build it up as we go along, so hopefully you can follow it. But if you can't, you are going to get this as a world download. However, it's going to be a Java world download because a number of these farms will not work in Bedrock because of the way the mechanics are. I'm really sorry Bedrock players, this one is not for you. However, if you follow along, you might see which ones do work for you and how to fix the Bedrock ones. Now, I've not done an equipment list for this because it's not a tutorial like that. However, if you do want a tutorial on any of these farms, then please let me know in the comments below. Now, I'm going to try and keep this as close to 2x2 chunks as I can. However, I'm not necessarily going to be super strict about this. All the footprints need to be within this area. However, if something hangs over because it's tall and it's got a hangy over bit, then it will hang over. You get what I mean. So let's crack on with it. First things first, a crop farm. So I'm just going to build myself out a field around this water source and start to build that up. So I've got a 9x9 square with just a little nib out of the end of it. I'm just going to pop some oak leaves in there. They're waterlogged, so that's great. I'm then going to put a composter on top of that and a frog light on top of the composter. I like the oak one, I think that's suitable. We've placed a pod right at one end, and that's where we're going to have one of two villagers. It's got an open side here so we can access that chest really easily. I've planted it up with carrots and I've also put a fence around the edge. However, some of that fence is going to turn into blocks as the sides of other farms. That already takes up quite a lot of space in our 2 chunk by 2 chunk area, but don't panic, I've got a plan. So before I put the villager in there, I'm just going to surround it with a few other smaller farms. A bamboo and sugarcane farm, a cocoa bean farm, sweet berries, 2 high flower farm, a potato, wheat and beetroot farm, a glow lichen farm, and a sweet berry farm. We're a few farms in and that space is slowly getting eaten up. I think we're going to shove a wood farm in this corner. That's as complicated as that needs to be. And squeezed into the corner, we've got a chest with bottles and water bottles, some potion brewing bits and pieces, and a little nether wart farm with an infinite water source and a brewing stand. That looks like it's 2/3 full, so we better use this space really well. Let's pop a stone generator and a basalt generator right there. This can either be stone if you use silk touch or cobblestone if you use a normal pick. And I'm providing a normal pick and a silk touch pick, so you got the choice. Here I have combined a Skulk XP farm with a beef and leather farm. The way this one works is you grab yourself some wheat and then you press this button to pop up the cows. That's all very familiar. Then we feed these cows and their souls, when they die, will go into that salt catalyst and it will send Skulk out onto your field right there. It will be kept within the area of this so as it doesn't go out and ruin the rest of your farm. And then what you can do is you can come and grab this hoe and take the hoe and get some extra XP off of this Skulk. So just a few there and I've got 4.5 levels of XP. And I can take stone from my stone generator because that is a naturally sourced block, and I can replace it all ready to do another run. We've set up a lava farm in the noisy corner of this complex. I'm just going to add these drip stones to this just to finish it off, and that will drip that lava into those cauldrons perfectly that I can use for fuel or some other bits and pieces that I'll be doing in a minute. I've also added this easy bone meal farm. Right click on that barrel there, pop in some seeds or anything else that's compostable. That goes through that hopper right there and into that composter right there, and then we open up that and we've got our bone meal waiting for us. I think I'm going to put a melon and pumpkin farm in this spot. And it's going to look a little bit like this. This is the melon layer. We've got the observers looking out for that melon growth connected up to those pistons which are going to push the melons away. And this waterlogged leaf block is giving all of that moisture to the soil. And I can put another layer like that on top for the pumpkins. Perfect. And that second layer of the pumpkin farm there is the perfect height for the second layer of this complex, where there will be a few more farms and also the base. So I've put in a big old staircase so we can access that, although we do still have a little bit of room down here. I've placed a little automatic smelter just underneath those stairs, and I've put a little semi-automatic clay farm at the bottom of those stairs. You can see the dripstone there is going to sort out the mud that we create from dirt that we put across there. Let me just show you. I've placed 7 blocks of mud on top of those chiseled stone blocks. All I need to do is hit that mangrove button right there and they all turn into mud. And if I leave them just for a little bit of time, that will turn into clay. You can see that first one's already turned into clay. Now, if I want the mud, I can just whip off that mud straight away. However, if I want the clay, I can wait. So this is a mud and a clay farm. And I've placed a little spade there for you, so when you download the world, you don't have to make your own. I know, I'm spoiling you. I can't help myself. Okay, time to sort out this second floor. And I've literally floored the entire place up with spruce planks, except I've left a hole here where the trees are, otherwise they won't grow. I've fenced it off so as I don't fall in. And the other half of the pumpkin farm right here is just poking over the top. But I do have a bit of a confession to make. I put in 5 pistons and 4 observers, and it should be the other way round. So on this farm, I've swapped out where the pistons and the observers are on both the melons and the pumpkins. Otherwise, all I'm doing is bashing off the seeds and it doesn't work. I know, I must have been a bit tired. All fixed now though, and now we have got loads and loads of room to be able to put in a few more farms and also the living space. And I'll sort out these horrible walls at the end because I don't think I want them to just be flat like that. We need to get in some windows and all kinds of stuff in there. We need to make it at least look nice for you. Including a villager trading hall with mending and silk touch trades. And I've traded with them all once just to lock them in. A bamboo farm, a honeycomb and honey bottle farm, a triple wool farm, twisting and weeping vines, and also jungle vines. And so far the second level looks like this already. We've still got a few bits to fit in though, like this cactus farm, an automatic cooked chicken farm, along with an egg farm as well, an AFK large Dripleaf farm, a base area with enchanting storage and armour and weapons, which leaves me with just 2 more farms to make, and for those I've got to go up again. This should be big enough, easily accessible using those stairs. The first one is a mob farm, giving creepers, zombies, skeletons and spiders all fall into their death because of the size of the drop, with everything collected up in those chests. The AFK spot for this farm is right up there, but we need to build something on top of this as well, because that's our final farm, the iron farm. And we're going to be collecting the golems on the same platform that we collect all of those mob drops, with the iron golems spawning on the top and then falling all the way down into that kill chamber where the iron and also the poppies get collected once they're dead. So there you have 42 farms inside this 2 chunk by 2 chunk square. Now it looks a little bit rubbish at the moment, so I am going to fancy it up in just a moment, but I just wanted you to know that that is the finished farm. And if you want to go and download it, go to avamance.com, and also the link is in the description below. There in the free downloads tab, you will find a unique link to this world that you can take down with instructions on how to install it onto your game. Let me know down in the comments, what farms have I missed out in this complex and where would you put them? I'm just going to pretty this thing up a little bit before I release it. That looks a little bit better, I'm much happier with that. So just to remind you, let's have a quick look inside. We've got our mud farm, it's also a dirt farm. We've got our cocoa beans, we've got our sweet berries, we've got our potion making. That actually makes it 43, I completely forgot about potion making. We've got the tree farm coming around here. We've got all 4 different types of 2 high flowers. We've got another exit there should you want to, then coming around this maze-like place. We've got cobblestone or stone. We've got basalt. We've got wheat. We've got potatoes. We've also got beetroot right there. We've got glow lichen, along with the necessary tools to be able to collect it. We've got our XP. I totally forgot about XP. That makes 44. We've got our lava farm. We've got a bone meal farm. We've got our carrot farm in here. He's collecting loads of carrots. He is. Coming around this side, we've got our melon farm, pumpkin farm up there as well. And then here is our glowberry farm. We've also got our generation of various different bits of smeltable items, which theoretically could make it 45. Up the stairs, we've got the top part of our melon and pumpkin farm. Up here, we've got our bamboo, We have got our twisting vines and our weeping vines, our standard jungle vines as well. We have got our honey bottle and also honeycomb farms. This is our enchanting setup with our bed, lots and lots of storage. Here we've got our dripstone farm. We've got all of our armour and our weapons right here. We've got all of our trading area. We've also got cactus here as well, and our wool farm over here. That's the top of our wood farm, so as it still works. And we've not finished, because right here we've got an egg farm, loads and loads of eggs. We've also got our chicken farm starting to generate lots of cooked chicken. And then we come up the stairs, we have got our mob farm right here. Mob drops generated. You're one little fella, you saw nothing to see here, absolutely nothing. And then up the top there we can go up to find our iron farm collection area right down here with our collection chest, collecting up our iron. I've also put lots of extra storage up on this top bit as well. And our curiously named zombie right there, making sure those villagers stay frightened and bringing that iron. I think I'm ready to make this a world download and give it to you, ready for you to play. This seed is absolutely amazing. You've got all sorts of biomes, the hills, the mountains, all kinds of deep dark really close by. And if there's anything you'd really like me to make a video on, then just let me know in the comments below. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.